Orca Stadium. My name is I've been a trainer for 7 years. I can tell you it is so much more than just a job. It truly is a way of life. We have all dedicated our professional and personal lives to the care of these amazing animals. It's a huge responsibility, but the ultimate privilege is to be able to care for, teach, learn from, and build strong relationships with these 5 killer whales. We're proud of what we do, and we're excited to share everything we've learned through those relationships with all of you today and for many years to come. So ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoy Orca Encounter!
Interconnected ocean. A vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the ocean's beauty than the killer whale.
They live in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the Pacific and beyond.
The killer whale story is the ocean story, and it's one we all share.
We are one world, united by our ocean.
whales have inspired generations to care for our natural world, and we're excited to share their story with you today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high flying and
Sure hope so. Humans aren't that fast.
We're going to see all of that today and more. These and other behaviors provide an environment full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout today's experience, you'll see our whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors help strengthen their social bonds and allow them to problem solve as a group. This is just another reason why they're known as the ocean's top predator. Their scientific name is Orca. Their common name is killer whale. Our 5 killer whales have their own unique and personal names: Takara, Sakari, and Kamea. And joining us out front are 2 males, Tuar and Kayuke. Kamea is the youngest whale at just 9 years old. Takara is the oldest whale at 31 years old. Takara is also the matriarch of our pod, which means she's the leader. These whales trust us and take an active role in their own health and well-being. Through the use of positive reinforcement training techniques, we're able to teach them husbandry or healthcare behaviors. Joining us on the slide up today are trainers Caitlin and Carrie, and they're going to demonstrate some of these behaviors. One of the very first behaviors we teach our whales is what's called a fluke present. And that's where the whale will present their tail flukes to the trainer. This not only gives us a look at the entire underside of their bodies, but it also gives us access to the easy-to-see shallow veins on the underside of their tail flukes. Once a month, our veterinarians are able to collect blood samples from these very veins, and the whales are conditioned to stay calm throughout the entire procedure. Throughout today's presentation, you may see our trainers giving back rubs, tail massages, or even pectoral liver massages. And this is just another way that we can strengthen our relationships with them. Another very important diagnostic tool is knowing how much each animal weighs. Once a week, we ask our whales to slide up onto a killer whale-sized scale by sliding out of the water. Kayuke is going to demonstrate for us right now. Now, you may notice that there is a large portion of his body from the dorsal fin all the way down to the tail fluke still in the water. This muscle is called a peduncle, and it can weigh several hundred pounds. So in order to get an accurate weight, we simply ask him to lift his head and tail up. And that's how we know as of Tuesday morning, Kayuke is weighing in at 9,680 pounds. It's important to know how much each animal weighs to ensure that our younger whales like Sakari are growing appropriately, and our older whales like Kayuke are maintaining a healthy weight. Our husbandry behaviors ensure that our whales are healthy and thriving.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems to make us enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Observational learning and mimicry play a critical role in the lives of a killer whale. From the moment that they're born, they learn the necessary life skills by watching their mothers and other members of their pod by mimicking their behaviors. Here at SeaWorld, they mimic our behaviors, kind of like a game of follow the leader. So down at the glass with 2R, we're going to play a quick game of follow the leader with one of our audience volunteers. So we're going to give 2R a huge big hello and let's see what he does. got you! Killer whales have excellent eyesight both above and below the water, and we'll often see our whales spy hopping or even jumping completely out of the water to get a better view of their surroundings. We're going to ask 2R to demonstrate a behavior called a sighting bow. So we're going to give him that hand signal. And 1, 2, 3, off he goes! 2R saw you and is now diving down to the bottom of his 40-foot habitat to jump out of the center. Ladies and gentlemen, this is 2R! That looked great! Alright, now we're going to be learning about how killer whales communicate. Killer whales communicate in a variety of different ways, and one of those ways is through the use of vocalizations. So we're going to ask Kayuki here down at the glass to demonstrate that for us. That sounded great! Did you know that scientists believe that when a whale jumps out of the water and crashes back down on the surface, it's a way of making their presence known? You see, sound travels 4.5 times faster in the water than it does through air. So when they leap out of the water and crash back down, that behavior is called a breach, and it can be heard for miles around. So we're going to see if Kayuki can demonstrate that for us today. Alright, and off he goes. He is using his powerful tail flukes to propel himself down through the water. Don't worry if you lose sight of him. We'll make sure to see him very soon. By leaping out of the water and making a huge splash. SeaWorld's research and observation has shed light on many mysteries about these amazing animals. For example, we know that the gestation period of a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. That's information that's impossible to gain out in the open ocean. However, some information can only be gathered through field observation, and that's why SeaWorld partners with organizations like the Norwegian Orca Survey to further our knowledge. Killer whales are remarkable, powerful animals, and perhaps the best expression of that power is when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America's killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from ice floes. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tail fins.
In the ocean, killer whales make waves to hunt, use fluke slams to stem their prey, and can even beach themselves up and out of the water. For our whales, it's a fun demonstration. But for you, it's time to get wet!
Bet that ice feels good in their throats. Watch, they're about to fly out the water. I bet they're about to fly up. No? Okay.
They can eat over 100 pounds of food a day. Depending on where they live and the time of year, their prey can vary. Unfortunately, things like overfishing and pollution pose a serious threat to many populations of killer whales.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator of the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right?
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
For the choices we all make,
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassadors of the ocean, limitless, connected, powerful, but still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable.
don't give up. Be inspired. We can make a difference. The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming. But together, we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect.
So much to explore.
So much to teach.
The killer whale story is still being written, and there are simple things we all can do to make a difference. All it takes is one choice.
One positive act. One ripple that can grow and grow.
And change the world.
Together, we've got this.
Beautiful, unique, it's counted in the
today that these animals have inspired you and deepened your appreciation just as they have for all of us. We will continue to learn from the animals in our care, and we hope that you will too. Thank you for visiting and have a great rest of the day here at SeaWorld San Antonio. Bye, everyone!
Follow SeaWorld on Facebook and Instagram. Keep track of our latest rescues and find out more about the animals in our care. Thanks again, everyone. We hope you enjoy the rest of your day at SeaWorld.
They're waving by.